I kept quiet for 2 years. I never ever reacted, and I didn't want to. But the other day, when a gentleman from Janata Dal U, Mr. Tyagi, started discussing this, because this had come out in the papers where this rapist had said it's the fault of the women. And, you know, and when he was talking about it, I was already upset. And what surprised me was, I mean, nobody knew that there was a documentary being made. Suddenly we hear there was a documentary made and the statement of the rapist. How did it go out to the media? Somebody must have given it. And if the documentary maker gave it, why did she give it?
You think it was very insensitive?
Of course it was insensitive, it was commercial. It was not a social issue. I mean, that is what upset me very much. I mean, how are you making this guy into some kind of a celebrity? He was like a celebrity, you know. Suddenly everybody is discussing him, how bad he was, then, you know, the whole thing. And she got what she wanted. She got the eyeball.
Ma'am, you think by making and releasing a documentary in the public domain of this nature that contains the interview of the rapist, that the dignity of the women of this country has been hurt irreparably?
I don't know about all the other women, but I do feel very hurt. I feel very violated. I feel very, very insulted. I mean, I felt it got trivialized. The whole thing got trivialized. I don't know. Allegedly, this rapist was paid.
No, we don't have concrete proof about that.
That is why I'm saying that allegedly he was paid to speak. I mean, what are we doing? You know, it's very easy for people like us to sit in our houses, go around the city or wherever we go in cars with security, blah, 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 blah. But are we really safe? Is this documentary going to give us safety? The women who come back from work at night? The journalist who got raped in Shakti Mills? Is that safety? It is after the whole Nirbhaya case. I mean, what are you talking about?
What is it that has hurt you so much, that has upset you so much? Is it the graphic details of the entire incident? Because reportedly it contains that. Reportedly it contains the interview of Mukesh Kumar, the rapist. It contains in graphic detail the entire incident. He's narrating the entire incident. Is that has hurt you so much, or is it that he's remorseless?
I cannot understand. Being a woman, you are taking interview of a rapist. I mean, that is something, first of all, shocks me. What I want to interview this woman who's done the documentary. I want to ask her, what was she feeling? Because apparently, again allegedly, she was a rape victim herself.
That's what she has said on national television.
She has? Okay.
Yes.
Then, if she has, what was she feeling? I want to know her feeling. I want to know what she was going through. I mean, it is so clinical. I haven't seen the documentary. I do not want to see it. I do not wish to see it. I am not against expression of any kind, whether it's in print, whether it's in cinema, whether it's in writing. I am not against expression. Everybody should be given an opportunity to express and do what they want to do. But I think there has to be a certain censorship within us. We must know what we should do and when or what we say, because that is going to have some kind of a repercussion or reaction.
What is it that you demand, ma'am? What is it that you expect from the government of today?
I demand immediate justice. I understand the society needs to be sensitized. Please go ahead, sensitize. I hope this documentary sensitizes some people. I don't know. I don't really know whether this will. I mean, there are people who have seen the documentary, though it was not legally allowed in the country, but they have seen it on the net or whatever it is. Anyway, I do not wish to see it. I do not want to feel more tortured, more humiliated, and spend sleepless nights. I mean,
what do you...
I'm actually speechless. I don't have words to describe what I feel. I mean, it's shocking. Apparently in the documentary somebody was saying that the juvenile's identification was not revealed. Then why was this girl's identification revealed? I do not understand these double standards. I really do not understand these double standards. I am not against airing it at all. I am against her as a human being violating human values.
Against the filmmakers, what you said?
Yes, of course. Of course. I would love to interview this woman. And I would love to ask her what happened, how she got raped, explain in detail. And then she would realize what it is. I mean, you know, I am feeling insulted. I mean, to the memory of this woman who's gone, who died, who was killed brutally.
So you think it's the ultimate insult to the memory of Nirbhaya by putting the
Of
entire version of the rapist out?
Of course. Of course.
So you were saying this should not have been allowed in the first place?
I'm not saying that. Somebody wants to make a documentary. I question the motive of the person who wants to do something like this. And especially when you are interviewing a rapist who apparently has spoken in detail. It's almost like visualizing the same thing. Oh my God, you know, I get nervous. She was allowed to do it, which was really something. I don't know how, whoever allowed her. Such a sensitive issue. How did you allow it? I mean, there are, see, these kind of things happen everywhere in the world.
Right.
More so from the country where she comes from. Why did she have to come all the way to India to do it? I don't understand. What about herself? What about herself? She should have done a documentary on her experience as a rape victim. Why? I mean, I feel it's all a commercial thing. I don't think it's a social cause at all. I don't want to believe that. I'm not going to believe it. I'm sure there are enough documentary filmmakers in this country who probably would have done a more sensitive piece. If one had to do it. You didn't need a Gori to come and do this.
And you
know, these are, you may disagree with me, you're most welcome to, but I feel about this.
You're looking forward to a special discussion on the floor of the House?
I hope so. I hope we are allowed, and I hope...
You'll push for it?
Of course. I've already sent a letter to the chairman. I hope that they put it in the agenda and we discuss it. We need to discuss it. I also want to know that I'm sure BBC must have paid her a hell of a lot of money to make this documentary, because it was not easy doing this. She got it. I'm sure she's made a lot of money. What is she going to do? Is she going to give some money to Nirbhaya's family? They are very poor people. To help them. Because she was the only earning member in the House.
Right.
To help them financially, or is she going to part with a lot of her money and maybe help some women's cause, an organization where rape victims are taken care of?
You're clearly not convinced about the intention of the filmmaker.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not.